but come to your mat, and we're actually going to start standing today. And we're going to do some yoga to stretch out our legs, because a few people have been complaining about sore legs at the moment. So we're going to do some leg yoga. Yeah. So standing nice and tall on your mat, roll your shoulders back and behind your shoulders, and then spread your hands wide and just right here on the mat, and start swaying your body forward and back. And then from side to side, and try and just maybe do some circles. So your feet are glued to the mat, but the top half of your body is moving, or just like moving around. And maybe we do some spinning as well. Spinning your hands wide and starting to pick up the pace. Building up some energy, waking up the body, and then start to come back down. And again, just like softly sway from side to side and around, but your feet firmly glued on the ground. And then we'll stand nice and tall again. And try and focus on, when you're standing, that you're evenly spread out amongst your whole foot. Yeah, so the weight is evenly dispersed from front to back. So, okay, we're going to inhale, we're going to reach up and press away from the earth. So stretching our fingers like this and pressing away. Nice long stretch. And we stretch our body over to one side, reaching up to the top corner. And then we'll come back and we'll go over to the other side. Stretching into the side body, looking up to the top corner. Feeling to stretch all the way down our arms and the side. And then we come back up. And then we release. And then this time we roll back up. And then we're going to point our hands down. So fold forward into a V. And we're going to bend our knees nice and generously and touch the earth. And put your hands on the earth, and then we're going to spider our fingers over to one side. A little side stretch, and then spider our fingers over to the other side. Little side stretch. And again, come to the other side. So keep moving in between both sides. And then we come back to center. So our left hand is going to go onto our right ankle. So hold one foot with your opposite ankle, and your hand will come up to the ceiling. So the ankle that we're holding, that leg is going to be straight and the other leg is going to be bent. And we're just like reaching up to the ceiling, breathing in. So it's a little twist in our top body, and we're also feeling a nice stretch in the straight leg or the ankle that we're holding. And then releasing the hand, and we're going to do the other side. So this time, right hand grabs onto the left ankle, and we straighten that leg, and we bend the free leg. And then we bring our hand up to the ceiling. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And feel the nice stretch behind your leg and a little twist in your back. And then again, releasing both hands and folding forward. And then rolling your body back up, each vertebrae at a time. And rolling our shoulders back. There we are, okay. Heel toe our feet a tiny bit further out, so now we're in a bit of a V. Yeah? And we're going to inhale, we're going to reach up, and then this time we're going to try and bring our bottom down in between our legs, and we come down into our squat. And we call this Malasana in yoga. And just play around with finding your balance here. And our heels can be up off the ground, that's okay. But the further out we bring our feet, the easier it is to get them flat. So just play around, and once you find your balance, then you might be able to put your hands in between your legs. So your elbows pushing into your knees, and then your hands come into prayer position at your heart. And again, you can rock from side to side. And if this is getting too much, you can just come forward again, that's okay. Now place your left hand down and right hand comes up, reach up. And then we come down. And we do the other hand, placing the right hand down, left hand comes up. And then exhale, release. There we are, that's really good. Okay, placing our bottom down, coming over to a tabletop position. And first of all, we're going to stretch out our right leg to the back of the mat. Pushing nice and strong for our hands and out through the back of the mat. And we're just going to bring our ankle to the back of the room. And if you push against the back of the room with your heel, then you'll feel a nice stretch in your calf. So just breathing into that. That's it. And then we release it and we're going to do the other side. So this time our left leg comes out and we're going to press the ankle to the back of the room. And then feeling our calf stretch as we press away from our body. Again, returning to your breath, remember to breathe and remember to smile. And then coming back, releasing the legs. And then we're going to send our hips backwards and we come into a child's pose, stretching nice and long with our body. And maybe we press our head onto the mat. And then pressing into the hands, spreading our fingers out nice and wide, and we're going to lift our toes, curl our toes, and we're going to start lifting our knees up like this, yeah? And then send the hips up and back. And you may know this already in yoga as downward facing dog, but we're just trying to make a pyramid shape with your body. And then again, you can straighten one leg, bend one leg, and then do it again on the other side, straighten one leg and bend one leg. So we're stretching out our legs. So, and then we're going to lift up our right leg up to the sky. So we call this a three-legged dog. And we're going to look in between our hands and bring our foot in between our hands like that. There we are, dropping the back knee now. And we inhale, we look up. And we exhale and we release our hips back towards our heels. And we're going to feel a nice stretch along our legs here. In the hamstrings, which is at the top, and the calf, which is at the bottom. And then we're going to go back to the first one. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, come back. And one more time like that, inhaling. Looking forward and exhaling, coming back. And then this time we come forward again, lifting the leg, and we step back to our pyramid pose or downward facing dog. And this time try and bring the ankles up and then press them back down. And again, bring the ankles up and then down. So we're stretching a bit more into the back of the legs. This time our left leg raises up to the sky. We inhale and then we look between our hands and we place our left leg there. So our left leg is now coming in between our hands. Drop the bottom leg. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, send the hips backwards. And we're just going to stretch along the leg, stretching into the calf and the hamstrings. Good stretches to do if you're sitting down all the time, or maybe you're sore from the running that you've been doing at school. It's a good, always come back to your breath. And again, come forward on the inhale, and then exhale, come back. Just going in between the two positions. One more time, inhaling, coming forward, and exhaling, coming back. And then inhaling, coming forward, coming back our knee, and we step our foot backwards to our downward facing dog. And then we're going to start jumping our feet forward. Jump, 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 jump our feet forward in between our hands, and folding forward one more time. Just hanging here like a rag doll, holding both of your elbows. Sway from side to side. Release the head, shake your head. Release any tension in your shoulders and your neck. Just folding forward here, bending the knees quite a bit. And then we're going to place our hands on the earth and plant our bottom down. And then we're going to lengthen out our legs just in front of us. Here we are, straight in front, and our hands come behind. We're just going to push up with our chest, pressing up to the sky, straightening the feet as well. Try and flex them, so point the toes up to the ceiling. And try and even spread out all the toes as well, a bit of toe yoga. Can you spread out every single toe or make individual toes move while you're doing this? And then bending at the knees slightly. Inhale, bring your hands up. And then we're going to try and fold our body forward and try and bring our chest in towards our thighs, so our knees. And we can have a big bend in our knees, that's okay. And you might be able to touch your calves or your ankles or your feet. And I'm bending my knees quite a bit here, which is why I can actually touch my feet. And again, breathe into it. And then dropping the head if you want to. And then walking with your hands back up, nice straight back, and then straightening the knees back down and the legs up, making a nice tall spine and trying to hold this position here. But it looks quite easy, but it's actually quite hard to keep a nice straight back. So we need to really engage our core and our back muscles to hold up like this and straighten our legs. That's it. Okay, now one leg is going to come in to the side. So we've got one leg bent and one leg to the side, and turn our body now towards the leg and wiggle your toes. Inhale, bring your hands up wide, and again bend slightly at the knee, and then we fold our body forward and then walking our hands gradually forward. And noticing when we bring awareness into our breath and we exhale, we're able to soften into the pose and we're able to go deeper into the pose. So breathing always helps in yoga, because as we exhale, our muscles relax a bit more. Very good. Okay, walking our hands back up. This time facing our body forward. Yeah, inhaling, coming up. And then exhaling, we're going to reach over. And so we've got a bit of a side stretch. We're reaching up to the top corner. And you might be able to touch your toes. If you can't, that's okay. We can place our hand wherever it falls. And then we'll come back up and release our hands. And then we're going to swap our legs over. One leg bent, one leg straight. And turn our body towards our toes. Wiggle our toes. Inhale, reaching up. Bending slightly at the knee as well if you need. And then exhale, we bring our hands down and we try and bring our chest down towards our thigh. And every inhale, we try and lengthen our spine. And on the exhale, we try and go a tiny bit further, but without forcing it or pulling our body. It's really important that we don't do that and we just allow the breath to sink into the pose instead of pulling and forcing. Yeah? So just relaxing. And then walking our hands back up. This time facing our torso forward. Inhaling, reaching our hands up. reaching up to the sun, and then we exhale, we fold over to the side. So now we're doing a bit of a side stretch, and we're trying to open up our chest and just rest our hand wherever it falls. We might be able to touch our toes or our shins or the mat. That's okay, wherever it lands. We're kind of just focusing on the nice stretch on our side here. Try and look up to the top corner and breathe in and breathe out. And then on the next in-breath, come up and then exhale. Really good. Okay, we're going to do something called figure 4 position. So rolling your body down and bending at the knees, and one leg is going to come in front of the other leg. So we're making a figure 4 with our feet. So you bend the knee and the ankle comes in front. And then our hands are just going to feed in between our legs and hold the back of our hamstrings, yeah? And then we can gradually pull the leg towards our body, again without forcing. And you feel a nice stretch in the bottom, like your glutes, and in your hip. Again, breathe in and breathe out. And if you want a tiny bit more, you can bring your hands to your shin and pull that in slightly more. That's pretty much what yoga is. It's breathing and stretching and just checking in with how your body's feeling. And then we'll release, and we're going to swap the legs over. You can just give the legs a bit of a shake first, and then the opposite leg that you haven't done. So bend the knee and the ankle will come in front. Feeding the hands through and clasping onto your hamstrings, and then gradually bringing the leg towards your chest, and you'll feel now a nice stretch in the back of the hip and the glutes, gluteus maximus. Again, you can kind of use your elbow to help like push your knee if you want a tiny bit more, or grab onto the shin. Again, don't force anything, don't pull, but just allow as you breathe out. Imagine all the muscles relaxing. And then release the legs again. And then pushing our body back up, pushing through our chest. And bringing again our chest up to the sun. And then bringing our feet, just bring them like a bit wider than they normally are, so to the side of the mat if you're on a yoga mat. If you're not on a yoga mat, just imagine that you are. You can bring them a bit wider. And then just flopping the legs to one side. And then we come up and we flop to the other side. So you just bringing your knees from side to side like windshield wipers. Very good. And remembering to breathe, and see if you can even synchronize the breath with the movement as you do this. And then we come back to center and bring our feet to touch in front of us. Here we are. So we're in a butterfly position here. And we just give our feet a little bit of a massage. Massage with our thumbs in the arch of the foot. And then we can do a bit of our ankles, coming up to our calf muscles. Giving our calves a bit of a massage. Maybe we massage our quads as well. There we are. And then we're going to again make our body nice and long and bring our chest in towards our feet. So imagine that you're kind of like looking over into a lake and you don't want to fall in, but you're kind of like looking over, or you're kind of like looking over a cliff to see if it's a good jump to do. just looking over, looking in front as we bring our chest towards our feet a tiny bit. And you might even be able to bring your elbows to your knees and only slightly press down, only if it's comfortable for you. And if it's not comfortable, that's okay, just stop and you can go back to this. Okay, coming back up and crossing our feet again and sitting nice and tall in a cross-legged position and breathing in and breathing out through our mouth, and one more time breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth, and then reaching up to the sun, and then bringing our hands to touch and bring them in past our face and then to our heart. And just thinking about something that you're grateful for this week, something someone did for you that was really nice, or an experience that happened, or maybe an item in your house that you're grateful for. It can be something really simple, like I'm grateful that I have a pillow to sleep on. I'm grateful I have water. It could be anything. Think about something that you're grateful for. And then we bow in Namaste, which means I'm awesome, you're awesome, we're all awesome. Namaste, my yogis. Hope you enjoyed that. And goodbye.